Hello friends, Ben Ochart here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I have something real unique for you today. And what I have is a double product review. And I'm going to use one product to help review the second product. And what these two products are a type of cam, a type of video. They call it an ideaCam, but it's a lot like a video cam that you would use on your computer that allows you the flexibility of removing it and showing close-ups on whatever it is that you're working on, and also allows you to remove it very easily and place it back. And it's called the BenQ ideaCam S1. You can see the box here. BenQ ideaCam S1. And I'm going to use that product in conjunction with showing you a new heater just in time for winter, a new heater that came in. They keep packing more and more technology into these products. This is the Aqua PTC Aquarium Heater. This is model AQ073 from my friends at Aqua, which I believe is just the high end of the Hygger world. This one happens to be the 300 watt model. 300 watts. And so let's first of all talk a little bit about the BenQ. And what you get is you get this little cam right here that you see. This is plugged into a USB on my computer. And it has actually a little light on it right here. So if you want to use a little ring light, it's available to you. I'm not using it because I have plenty what is called softbox lighting here. And so this cam allows you to look at things on a very close-up basis, and it has an anchor on the bottom that fits into a notch on the holder. And I'll show you the holder here. This is the holder, and this is a very heavy, heavy-duty holder. I don't know, it's got some weight to it. It has a little bit of a grippy surface here to attach to the back of your computer, and it has a lockdown. This is a lockdown, so you can lock it into position, and it also has a way to mount it onto a tripod if you want to use that approach, which I'm not doing right now. I just have it sitting on my computer, and you just put it in place the way you want it, and then you tighten down this little nut here, little flange or whatever you want to call it, and that holds it in place nice and secure. And between that and the weight that they put on it, and then what you do is you can then sort of dock the cam right onto that piece. Now that piece that you dock it onto rotates. So what does that mean? That means that you can, when you're using this docking device and the cam is on it, you can rotate it all the way down to show a product that you happen to be working on. And it stays in place. So it's got that little, which is kind of a cool feature. So you can adjust it up and down. It also comes with a magnetic lens cap. And this is good for two reasons. One, to protect the lens, but also for privacy. Some of you don't like your cam on when you're not actually using it. And so that gives you a privacy feature, which is kind of nice. So you go ahead and you dock it, remove the lens cap, and you're good to go. Now, another feature on it is it does have a close-up lens. This is the close-up lens. And we'll go ahead and test that so you can see extreme detail on whatever it is that you're reviewing or looking at. So we'll go ahead and use that in the course of this video. Now, shifting over to a different product. This is a 300 watt unit, and it apparently has built-in controller functions. And by that, what I mean is, in the event of a malfunction, the heater is designed to cut out. It's recommended for aquariums between 30 and 80 gallons, or 115 to 300 liters. Uses standard voltage. Has a control range from 59 to 94 degrees, or 15 degrees centigrade to 34 centigrade. The temperature accuracy is within 1 degree. And some of the features that are described on the box include intelligent dual temperature sensing probes detect water temperature in real time, and they claim to be accurate within 1 degree. A digital display, so it makes it real easy to tell where you're at. Automatic power off function when out of water to prevent dry burning. So if you're doing a water change and your water line goes below the heater, in some heaters that will result in the heater cracking, short-circuiting, burning, and possibly killing your fish. This will turn off. Precise temperature control, over temperature protection function, automatic power off, and a reminder signal. So if something goes wrong, it'll beep. I'm pretty sure it'll beep or flash. Memory function, so if a power outage, the power comes back on, it still will hold whatever setting you had it at. Super durable, which is important for me because with big fish that can bang into heaters, you don't want heaters that can be shattered by a fish. So this is in a plastic container, a plastic encasement that a fish can bang into, and it's not going to damage the element, the inside of it. And you can run it at a high temperature, like let's say you're treating ick and you took it up to about 85 degrees, 86. It's the case it's in is fine and suitable for fresh water. So I guess they're not recommending it for salt, or else they would say so. And you can see it's a pretty nice looking unit. This is the controller unit. And this is the heater. Very compact for a 300 watt. If you remember those old Eheim 300 watt heaters, they were like probably twice to 3 times the length. This probably has 2 elements inside of it. I kind of like the color. Kind of a deep, kind of a what they call ox blood red. And we'll plug this in to see what it looks like inside of an aquarium. But let's go back now to the cam. And I'm going to switch screens here. Now, don't be shocked when you see the change in picture quality. You see the way I look a little bit washed out. That's very normal for these kinds of cams. They're not like designed to replace your camera. I mean, look at the picture quality of a Sony A6400. I mean, you really can't compare that quality to the cam, and the cam isn't designed to. But this is the cam, right here, and I'm going to take it off, and we're going to use it to take a close look at the build quality on the heater, and you don't get dizzy on me. So here's the heater. Along with some of my leg. And now we can turn the light on. There's the cam light. Gives you a little more of a look at it. So the build quality of the heater there. Using the cam. Light off. Almost better with the light off. because you don't get the reflection. Here's the back and the front of the controlling unit. Pretty sharp. Pretty sharp. I think as you come in close, you go a little out of focus, but right from about right here, that's actually pretty sharp. Getting back to the heater, right about right there kind of is the sweet spot. You can kind of go up. Now let's do something a little different. Let's go ahead and put the this is that little lens cap. Let's go ahead and put that. That's supposed to give you the ability to it snaps on with a magnet, just like the lens cap does. So this is supposed to give you a close-up. Super. Oh wow. Okay. All right, that's impressive. So you can practically get right on top of the product now and see the quality. This would be good for those guys that do videos about watches, and they do all the detail of the watch. Maybe too close. Maybe too close for what I need it for. But let's take a look at the control unit using this. Let's go back here. Wow. Okay. So I'm actually just laying the lens on the product and just rolling it over the product. So that really allows you to get a lot closer. And it stays in focus. That's pretty darn good. Fahrenheit, centigrade, temperature controls. So that's magnified right up against the product. And I guess if you had a fish, let's say there was a fish and you're not sure what it died of, but you want to go ahead and send a look of the fish to maybe somebody who knows about that stuff, you could use something like this. So it attaches with a magnet, so it makes it very easy. And you can get right on top of things. This is the detail on my hand. My fingers. And then without that cap, kind of cool. Kind of cool. Now, as a cam camera, I think I use the Logitech 900 series for my business calls when I do business calls. So as a cam, it's okay. It's like an okay cam. But for this close-up function and having that as a feature, I think it's pretty good. I think it's does a pretty good job. Then you get this ring light that you can use if you want. If you want a little more light, but you see, it kind of washes me out. They suggest that you use it in a well-lit area. It's also they're very emphatic about don't think it's a replacement for your regular camera, because it isn't. BenQ does provide a good web page, just benq.com, and it's got lots of features. I was able to update the firmware on the cam. I was able to update it before starting this video very quickly. So you can go to their web page. You can get videos, tutorial videos, suggestions, and support and upgrades. And that's the product. But the product doesn't come with automatically the remote control. There is a remote control that you can also acquire for it, which might be able to give you the ability to zoom in and zoom out and maybe adjust, do color corrections on the fly, that kind of thing. And for product review purposes, I think it's not bad. Not bad at all. Now, just as another point on the heater does come with suction cups. They come in a little baggie, little suction cups, and these suction cups, they just attach to the back. You see, you got 4 easy points here to put the suction cups into, and then you just hang it with those 4 suction cups on the side of your aquarium. As for the controller unit, and by the way, this cabling is it's like 10 gauge, really thick cabling. So I guess they're running the controller and of course general power, everything's sensor. It's all run through that line, and then you also get a holster that you use this sticky tape attachment wherever it is you want to have the controller hanging on the outside of your aquarium, and then you hang this holster, and then this sits right there. So you don't have to be like messing with it while it's hanging on the side of your tank. If you want to do something to it, like adjust the temp, you just pull it out and work on it, change it, adjust it, and then put it back in the holster that's hanging to the side of your aquarium. I'll plug in this heater. We'll see what it looks like. So I'm going to use the cam to show you the heater inside an aquarium. This is the heater sitting inside of this little 5-gallon hospital tank that I have. And this is all with the cam camera. And this is the control unit. Control unit is super simple. Right now you're seeing everything in Fahrenheit, but if you want to, you hold this down for a few seconds, it starts flashing. You can go to centigrade. Now we're on centigrade. It's a little lock button right in the middle. Back to Fahrenheit. So that's your display that would be hanging on the side of the tank, wherever it is that you would put your that little holster I showed you earlier. And again, we're using that little cam to show you what's going on here. Is it the best quality in the world? Well, of course not, but I think it does provide a certain amount of flexibility. Okay, so my final thoughts on these products. I think the heater, for what it is fine. 300 watts in a compact unit. Easy to use controls. Looks okay in the aquarium. I don't mind that little red on the top of it. I think it looks kind of cool. The BenQ, for what it is, I like it. As far as cams go, the picture quality is, you can see it here. It's a little bit washed out. It can be adjusted. You can adjust it a little bit, but it is what it is. I mean, cam cameras are what they are, and you're not going to use it as a replacement for a high quality camera. So because of the picture quality, and again, maybe I'm setting expectations too high at this price point. It's under $200. I would give it maybe an 8. If it came in with some a crisper, more high definition as a regular cam, I'd probably give it a 9. Nothing gets a 10. So as far as the cam goes, as far as the heater goes, I'd give it a I'd also give that about an 8. I mean, I like it. It's very simple. I would like to see a brighter, perhaps more colorful display on the control unit, but what you're paying for is probably the technology that's built into it instead of the fancy lights, bells, and whistles. I do know that the larger Higher heaters, right? Your 500 watt plus large Higher units do have a bit of a more colorful display, and with different colors that alert you if something is not right. So it's we'll get your attention a little better. So there you go. A couple products that come in at about 8 out of 10. Not too bad when you consider nothing gets a 10. So there's my review of the BenQ. I'll put a link below. You can check it out at the BenQ ideaCam S1. I'll put the link below, and the Aqua. I can do this without dropping the controller on the floor, which is resting on top of the box. But the Aqua PTC Aquarium Heater from Aqua. I'll put links to both these products below. I hope you enjoyed that review. If you did, be sure to comment below, hit that like button, hit subscribe, hit that bell, and that's it for this review. Thank you for tuning in. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.